Alrighty, everybody. While I'm waiting on the transmission, I did a few things and made a video here of this process of electrically removing rust from wheels. This is a set of wheels that I was able to pick up for $200 for 4 of them, and I wanted to put different wheels on the back of the Jeep because I was using adapters for those aluminum wheels that I had on there, and I didn't like the idea of using adapters on rear wheels, especially with any kind of traction, slicks or whatever. So I was kind of on the hunt for a cheap set of wheels, because later I want to buy a real nice set, but right now I really just wanted to get it going with a nice set of wheels or not a nice set, but a set of wheels that would replace those adapters, and these fit the bill. And they were cheap. They were rusted. The back wheels were slightly rusted, but the front wheels were really rusted. Picked these up locally and just wanted to experiment. I've never done this process of electrolysis. I've seen it on YouTube, and I guess now I'm one of them with this electrolysis process. So I brought you along to watch. Let's get this thing rolling. Trying to keep it short and sweet and to the point, so you're not sitting there watching a wheel bubble. Let's see, something else. When I first connected the electrical connections, there was a film. It's a milky looking film. That was the micro bubbles coming off of the steel, and I continued to see that throughout the whole process. So there was a process going on with these wheels. May have asked more of this process than it could do. I have only seen it used with tools before, like old rusty tools, hammers, and stuff metal detectors would find, axes and stuff like that. And this is a wheel, so it's a big one. I will say I used a rust remover on the wheels, all of them, to start with, and it did okay. On the back wheels it did really good. They cleaned up real nice, and you'll get to see that. The front ones were so rusted that they still had rust on them, and the chrome was damaged beyond use. Well, not beyond use, but chrome was damaged beyond being appearance wise looking good, and you get to see that too. And I'll compare one that was rust removed and electrolysis, and then the other one was just the rust was removed, and we can compare. In my personal opinion, for the wheels, I think the rust remover worked good, real good, for those out there. And would I go back and reset this back up with the wheels thinking it was going to make them right with the electrolysis? No, I probably wouldn't. I would just go with the rust remover, and maybe a soft brush, not a steel wire brush, but maybe a copper wire brush. And interestingly enough, while I'm thinking about it, the rust remover I used on one of my little brushes, it actually ate off the bristles on my brush, and I had to throw that one away. The plastic bristles. The copper one was fine. So anyway, here we go. Thanks for watching. Okay, today we're going to try an experiment in hydrolysis. I have these wheels, which I bought. Several weeks ago for $200. I bought 4 of them. They're steel. They're heavy. Heavier than I need them. But let you see them. And I thought I could clean them up. And they cleaned up some, but there's still rust on there that I can't get off. So I'm going to try this experiment with hydrolysis, which I've never done before. and you're going to be along with me. Again, I got $50 a piece in these wheels. They're going to be still damaged from the rust, but I just want to see if this works. This is the front. And that's the back. And you can tell they're rusted. So what I've done is I bought this tote. And I've seen this done on YouTube before. It'll hold this wheel, maybe two of them, but at least one of them. I filled it with 25 or so gallons of water, and I added about 12-14 ounces of baking soda, stirred it in, and I'm going to put this wheel in there, and I'm going to put the wheel, I'm going to put the positive on the post, that steel pipe here, and I'm going to put the negative on here, and I'm going to run about 10 volts through it. Oh, I don't know, at least 4 to 6 hours, and it may ruin the wheel, but I ain't got that much in it, so it's okay. It'll be a good experiment. Give me a chance to see. So here we go, and it's raining, so I'm going to cover it, keep it from getting diluted. You can see the rust all in here around these wheels. Didn't fill up as much. Well, add a little bit more water. I thought it was going to come up on that. I thought it would come up higher than that when I put the wheel in there, but it didn't. So I'm going to bring the water up, take the wheel out, add a little more baking soda, stir it in, and we'll start the experiment. I just want to make sure that it doesn't go down and get the wheel come up above the water line. A 27-gallon container, and I figured I would be 25 plus the wheel. All right. Let it rust all over that wheel. Alright, that's 16 ounces, which is more than I need for 25 gallons, but I think I'm going to be closer to 27 gallons. So 16 ounces is probably right. Let that settle, make sure the baking soda's mixed. Okay, baking soda's mixed. Wheel is going in. Again. Now, it's definitely underwater. Yeah. No chance of it. Not there. Double checking. Making sure. I had to use a rubber or plastic container, and positive goes on the sacrificial part and negative goes on the piece I'm doing this with. Alright, so we're going to do it this way. I got Chat GPT here. Here we go. Alright. We got voltage. We'll see. It's supposed to start fuming or bubbling, and it already has. Huh. It's working. Let me see. All right. I'm going to show you the bubbling. You see it? Can you see the... It's bubbling. Kinda. Yep. You can see that white, milky looking coming off of there as we speak. Alrighty, here we go. This should be interesting. We'll rejoin this in a little while. Alrighty. So it's been, I don't know, about an hour or so, I'd say. And we're still getting bubbles. As you can see, the water's getting kind of dirty looking. And we're getting a few bubbles, and we're still getting that film coming up off the wheel, which you may be able to see. Let's see if I can get this a little bit closer. Maybe you can see it now. That milky looking foam coming off of there. This looks like it's going to take 24 hours of doing this, which is fine. I'm in no hurry. Be an interesting experiment. That's where we're at. Alrighty, so this is the next day. It is 11:30. Let's see, that would be 16, 18 hours. Yeah, I think 18 hours. And it's been on 10 amps, about 9 volts. And it's still bubbling. The water's got a noticeable tint of gold or brown. My sacrificial steel is definitely got something going on with it. But I'm not going to take anything out until I'm ready to quit, which I'm going to wait 24 hours, which should be at 3 o'clock. So, Interesting to see how this works. Alrighty, here we are. It's 6 o'clock. This thing's been in the water for 25 hours. No, 27 hours. I just hadn't had time to take it out. So you're going to be seeing it at the same time I do. Here we go. See what this copper. Here's the rust, what they call a sacrificial piece, which, wow, it rusted it. It rusted out the part. That's weird. But it's all rusted. You can see. Let's say there's a lot here. Look at the way that's pitted. It looks like it's been underground for 10 years. And that was just like this. Interesting. That's crazy looking. You can see it right up to the line. And then it even went up into the above the water line. Alright, let's see what the wheel looks like. Here we go. Yeah, it's removed the rust. I mean, the finish is terrible on this wheel. It's all ruined, but it wiped out the rust. It didn't hurt the chrome. Interesting. So there you have it. Now this is a steel wheel. There you go. That's what we got. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do the other side. Interestingly. Yeah, you can see where the rust was on the back side, and the chrome is all rusted out. But it has eliminated all the rust. I mean, it's just a metal finish now. And I'll guarantee you it will rust right back up. It still got a little bit of rust here. Maybe that's just pitted chrome. Well, there's still some rust in this. There's still rust here. Right in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't tell. Let me put this like this. Right back this way. There. Now we can see it all together. Okay, let's just look at it. Now you can see some rust right there. And then this is actually still rusty looking to me. The inside of the wheel looks pretty good. The back side of the wheel looks like the rust has been removed from it. Let's compare it to the original, what the other one looked like, and see what we got here. Okay. So this is the wheel that I just did. And this is the wheel that I have done. So you decide. That was by far the worst wheel, for sure. This one's not a lot better. If you painted these satin black, they'd be fine, because the chrome's gone. Now, The question is, am I going to do that with these wheels here, which I say no. I'm not going to put them in there because they turned out pretty good. They got a little bit of rust on them, but not much. And the back is dirty, but I'll wash that up. And I'm going to go with this. You know what? There ain't no chrome on the back of this wheel. There ain't no chrome on the back of these wheels. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, there's your answer. Here we sit. Appreciate you hanging out. Well, that's the end of that. I hope that was interesting to you. You might notice my red hat, my Mad Hatter hat. I couldn't decide whether it's going to be Mucho Gringo, which you see back there. Oh, back there. Or the Mad Hatter. I think this being an experiment, the Mad Hatter was the appropriate hat. You heard my evaluation of it. I'm going to continue to use a rust remover. Not going to go through the process of electrolysis because it takes a while. Again, if you were doing steel pieces, ornamental steel, or maybe pliers or antique tools, yeah, I think that does good. I think it would work real good. But for something like this, where you've got chrome involved and you're trying to make something like let's say, I don't know, heads or something like that, or valve covers or something like that look good, I would probably just use rust remover. That's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we get this transmission back, we're going to slap it in there and get this booger making some noise. Hang in there with me. See you later. Mad Hatter out. Quick note, I just thought of something. I wonder if I had put 24 volts through this process, if it would have sped it up. It probably would have, and it probably would have done more. That may be another experiment for another day, but thinking back on it, that process was very slow, and it was only like I said, 9 volts. Yeah, I think if I had gone with a full 12 volts on 2 battery chargers instead of just one, it would have been better. Anyway, just a thought. See you later. Bye.